I'm literally so angry. Was up there. One of the worst things I've ever done. So it's not starting. I honestly have no idea what's going on. Good morning, everybody. So today's video might be a little bit all over the place, and that's because it's raining. But I've not got anything else to do. I've got no videos to edit. I've not really got much to do. So I'm just going to be coming in and out. If it starts raining, I'm going to start going back in, and if it stops, I'm going to come back out. But today we've got the Mustang here. So we've got the Mustang here. We need to do some few bits on the Mustang. As you know, we've got the drift day on Friday next week. The car is pretty much like ready mechanical wise, I would say. We do need to fit the hydro, and I've just been messing around this one. Let me get inside the car because it's bloody raining. It's really started raining. Oh, for God's sake, it's not going to be a fun day. Anyway, let's just crack on and see what we can get. I've got a new hydro here. So if you know, this hydro just does not work. I think it's a combination of a few things. It's a short lever. I think this is like one of those 30 quid ones you can get on eBay. So it's just shit. Like, it's an unbranded cylinder, so that's not good. The lever is like dead short, so that's not good, and it just doesn't lock the rear wheel. So I think it's a combination of three things: the cylinder, the actual the length of the hydro, and probably the fact it's not bled properly. I know how hard it is to bleed inline hydros, and it's a nightmare. I went through 4 litres of brake fluid for the 350. But anyway, that's not what we're going to be doing today. I have been messing around a little bit. And the same friend who's helping me weld that actually took me for a drive the other day. And this is the passenger view. It is terrifying. It's okay over here because you've got a bucket seat and you've got the wheel in the way, but I'm not going to lie, like, sitting here is like, it feels so dangerous, especially when the seat is just like, you've got no bolsters whatsoever, and there is like just metal there. Now, one of the main comments is people saying put the dash back in, and I have actually got the dash, and I do want to put it back in, but the only reason I haven't is because it needs a heater matrix. The heater matrix core is just not connected right now because it started leaking, and when I went out the other day, it was cold and it was raining, and I had no heat, so my windscreen just went literally covered. I couldn't see anything. The only way I could even get home was to have both windows down. Bro, I've got both windows down. I can't see anything. And when it was raining, it was not fun. So today I'm going to attempt, when it stops, please stop raining. I'm actually going to attempt to fit the heater matrix. Luckily, the car came with a spare one in the boot. So we've got a heater matrix back there, and that's why the dash is off. So we're going to get the heater matrix out, hopefully. I think I've literally got to remove most shit, but we're going to try it today, get the heater matrix plumbed in and get it bled, and then put the dash back in the car, because as I say, I'm going on the drift day and I will have a passenger, and as again, if anything happens, I just don't want people hitting this metal, do you know what I mean? So yeah, and we're also going to remove the rear seats as well, for 1, weight, and 2, space as well. For now, I'm just going to start removing things I can see from here, because I know the heater matrix is in the middle of all the plastics where all the hair connectors go and all that. So I'm just going to start removing some stuff. Okay, so see this big plastic thing here? This is where, obviously, I'm not sure what the HVAC, I'm not quite sure. It's basically all the air con, where all the air goes through and stuff. The heater core is just on top of it, and if you can see this little screw where my finger is now, that's one of the bolts holding where the heater core sits. So we need to get that out. Now, we don't need to fully take it out. Apparently we can just move it forward. So we've got to disconnect something in the engine bay and just remove all the bolts holding the AC, you know, to the actual dash, or whatever you want to call it. So we need to get this dash out of the way. So I've started pulling the bolts. We've got like a few 8mm all over the show. So I'm gonna have to pull the other side out, and I'm hoping I don't need to like remove the steering column and all that shit. I'm hoping it can kind of just come as forward as possible, but we need to just basically get everything out of the way so we can pull this plastic thing forward. It's actually a bigger job than it first looks like, to be honest. Okay, so here's where we're at. I've dropped the steering column, this bolt here, 4 big bolts, and the steering column comes out the way. And there's basically just bolts all the way around. I've disconnected all electrical stuff that I can get to, and it looks like this is pretty much ready to come out with a wiggle now. So now it's just a case of just removing all the little boxes and stuff. It's actually quite a lot to this, I'm not gonna lie. Right, I'm hoping that I don't need to fully pull this out, because there's so many wiring and connecting and shit over there which I just can't be bothered. So I think that should be okay, just to pull this forward once we get rid of all these bolts, and then it's underneath this little bit here. So I'm gonna be careful of all this because it's all plastic, and again, I don't really want to break any of this. So let's be careful trying to pull this off. If I get this off, which I'm not sure what's going on here, it's like coming off but like not coming off, so I'm not sure if it's bolted on the other side. Now while that's ready to come out, there's a bracket in the engine bay, and that, if we undo this bracket, apparently it'll allow us, oh my god, every time I step outside the rain just throws down. So there's a little the AC condenser thing here, and there's 3 nuts on that, and that's bolted to like the plastic bit inside. So if we undo this, that should give us it should be able to allow us to pull it out. So there's a 10mm here, and then there's one here on the firewall, and apparently there's another one underneath. So we'll undo them 3 10mm bolts. It's literally the shittest place ever. I can't get a ratchet on it. Oh wait, hang on. Oh yes, come on. Yes, thank god. Well, I actually can't even see the 3rd nut, which holds this bracket in, but I've undone the bracket, so it's got a bit of movement in it now. So let's just try that inside. So these yanks over the pond are saying that when these bolts are off, you can just pull this thing out. Trust me, it ain't fucking moving. Couldn't take that bracket off earlier, but remember that condenser thing in the bonnet that I said to take out? Mate, honestly, like I've just tried to, I can't even see the bolt at the back. I can't even see the bolt. How do they expect you to move that? I actually just googled to see if there was a better way, and no joke, some people cut a hole in the firewall with a grinder and then pull it out the front, because this is just such a mistake. Now I understand why the guy never did it. Oh my god, look at the car. Oh my god. Fuck me. Why is it so hard to do something so f***ing stupid? Honestly, you can take a engine out quicker than you can do this. Right, somehow, well, I don't know how, well, broken knuckles, that's out, broken knuckles and stress. I've managed to get this little bracket out, which apparently is necessary. So hopefully, mate, if this don't pull out now, I'm going to be absolutely fuming. It's still not pulling out. I can't see any more bolts. Like, but it's like coming out loads, so if there was bolts it wouldn't be wiggling like that, would it? Oh my god, this is an absolute joke. Okay, I think I might have found it. See this thing here that one of the brackets bolted onto? This actually unthreads. Please, please, sweet baby Jesus, please, please be that. I'm pretty confident that it is that. Yeah, it's all moving through. It was that all along. Oh my god. The Yanks didn't tell me that. I promised the American Yankees didn't say I had to remove that. I needed to do 10 steps inside the car and then do that. And I've done 6,000 steps inside the car and then done that. I'm pretty sure, like, it makes total sense. I've got just shit everywhere. Literal shit everywhere. Well, not literal, but you know what I mean. There it comes, it's coming out now, so for fuck's sake. There we go, I can reach it now. Ah, okay. Okay. Right, let's just put it through a little bit more. And then let's just change this thing, can we? Because I'm getting bored now. Okay, so with that pulled in and like down, you can access the bolts. I've got 3 of them off, I've got 1 more, but I'm just taking a second break and showing you guys, because holy shit. Right, here we go. I think there's some sealant or something on the other side. Right, the lid comes off somehow, and again, that weren't bloody easy. And then hopefully, here it is. Do we pull this through with the rubber bit, or you see it all there? I think we just pull it through the rubber bit, right? Oh my god, this is so annoying. There she is, boys. There she is. See where it's been? I think it's cracked all down here on this side. Right, here's the old one. There's a new one, so I'm going to put them in now. Okay, I tried to put the dash back as best as I could. I can't remember where anything goes. I've still got a couple of things left over. I've got a few bolts, but I don't fucking know where they go or whatever. Before it starts getting dark, and we're gonna actually fit the heater matrix now. We're gonna run some coolant through it and make sure it works and make sure these work and the fans work and everything like that. Annoyingly, when I was putting the wheel back up, bolting it up, this connector got caught and I crushed the connector. And I'm absolutely fuming because that's for the fucking dash. I'm really not happy because I might not have anything now. I mean, I don't really care, but I would like to have temperature, especially for the drifter. I would like to kind of know the temperature. So that's annoying. I'm not going to be able to find another plug like that. I might be able to find one like break in and order it, but like before Friday, no way. Don't know. I'm so annoyed. But it is what it is. I could just put pin by pin and maybe solder each one, which would be a fucking pain. I need a wiring diagram, so I don't know which pin goes where, but either way it's gonna be a fucking pain. But let's go and put the heater matrix back together and start her up and then get some coolant through. We might have to do a bit of a bleed as well, depending how much we're gonna lose. So here are the two heater matrix lines. So what we've got to do here, we've got to just put that to that one and then that to that one, and just that means the coolant's just running through it. Because it's higher than the engine, or it's just as high, we might not actually lose much coolant at all, which will be ideal. But yeah, let's do that now. I'm literally so angry. It's always the stupid shit that you spend forever on. So you can see I've got to get all the way back down there and get that clip off that coolant return, and I just can't get anything in there. I can't get in there to get this piece of shit clip off. I hate them clips. Just use Jubilee clips. Finally fucking got it. Oh my god, if anybody puts them back in the car, fuck you, seriously. Right, it's on. Honestly, that was up there one of the worst things I've ever done. Honestly, like, this whole thing in general, one of the worst things I've ever done, and it should be one of the easiest things I've ever done. So I'm going to start it up. We've hardly lost much coolant, so I'm going to start it up, just make sure it's not leaking from them things, and make sure it's yeah, getting hot. The hazards are on, and I can't remember where the hazard bolt was, or the hazard switch was, to turn the hazards off. I actually can't remember where it was. Let's fire it up and see what we're missing off the dash, and see if we're getting power here. Hopefully we are, and let's hope we're getting heat and stuff. We're all gear. Right, let's go. Hang on, I think it's not making a good connection. One sec. So it's not starting. I don't know why. Is it because of the dash? Oh my god, please. Please, please, please. Oh my god, what's happened now? Oh guys, I know why. Fucking me being a stupid bastard, I've not plugged back in the fucking main relay. Oh god, mate, I was getting worried then. Well, I still might be. Hang on, let's plug that back in and see. Oh, battery, oh my god. All this for a heater matrix, I can't believe it. I don't think I'm gonna get, oh, I've got no power on the dash. Oh my god, I don't know what's going on. I actually don't know what's happening. I honestly have no idea what's going on. Is it because I'm not getting power in the dash? Has to be, right? I mean, that sounds like a fucking dead battery to me. Okay guys, I don't want to scare you, but I've literally just took off the negative terminal, cleaned it with sandpaper, and I've just gone to start it, and it sounded like it was starting. If that was the issue, I'm gonna be so pissed off, because that should have not caused the car not to start. Yes, come on. Oh, now we've got more issues. What's going on now? So it's starting now, but why is it not fucking running? Right, so one problem's fixed, now another one's not.